After a long hiatus, the best show in Wiffle is back with a 2011 playoff recap and a look at this season's award winners on a special year-end edition of This Month in Wiffleball. We start the show with round one of the playoffs where the upstart Yankees faced off against the dynastic Blue Jays. Game one was a back-and-forth battle capped off by a fourth inning Anthony Lando grand slam to give the Jays a 4-1 win. In Game 2, the Yankees struck back as Anthony Bevilacqua held the Jays to just 2 runs, while Matt Riegler drove in 4 to even the series at 1 game apiece. Game 3 was just a little more of that old Blue Jay magic as Pete Montanez stymied the Yankees lineup, and Nick Squitieri put the game away with 2 home runs. After a 6-1 win in Game 1, it looked like the Giants would make easy work of the Dodgers. Mike Malfitas had little problem with the hard-hitting Dodgers, and he and Pulsinetti struck early with big home runs. In Game 2, aging Dodger veteran Brett Bevilacqua dug deep, holding the Giants scoreless through 7, and eventually won the game with the help of his defense. The Giants took an early lead in Game 3 and would go on to win the game and the series. With an 18-4 record and a first-round bye, the White Sox were the favorites going into the playoffs. But after Kenny gave up 3 in the first to the 3-time champs, it looked like we were in for an upset. The Blue Jays' Pete Montanez shut out the White Sox in Game 1 and stepped back on the carpet for Game 2, but the Blue Jays' bats were the star of the show as they scored 10 runs in the first 3 innings to give the Jays the win and their 4th straight trip to the final. The Giants-Red Sox was a series for the ages as Rich Galad and Tim Trineri matched each other pitch for pitch, throwing a combined 90 strikeouts over 17 innings and 2 days to see who would advance to face the Jays in the finals. Trineri pitched a no-hitter in Game 1, only to lose on a bases-loaded walk in the 7th. The Sox battled back in Game 2, but the Giants went on to win Game 3 and the series. The final started with perhaps the best game ever played in the Palisades WBL. The Blue Jays jumped out to an early 1-0 lead when they strung together a few hits and walks in the second. Batting champ Rob Pulsinetti struck back with a solo shot in the 4th, and then both Montanez and Galad would hold each other's lineup scoreless for the next 6 innings with an impressive display of pitching and fielding. Then in the bottom of the 11th, with 2 outs, Rob Pulsinetti would step to the plate. In Game 2, the Giants came out swinging and dispatched the Blue Jays in 3 innings by mercy rule, winning the game 12-0 and becoming the first team not named the Blue Jays to win a Palisades WBL championship. A month after the Giants championship, the league handed down the rest of the awards for the 2011 season. With an 8-1 record, 6 of them by shutout, and a 0.27 ERA, Dakota Kenny earned the 2011 Palisades WBL Cy Young. Anthony Lando hit .304 with 15 home runs and 46 RBI to take the MVP. And Anthony Bevilacqua was named Rookie of the Year by going .288 with 9 home runs, 28 RBI, and 8 wins off the carpet. That's all for this month. Join us next time as we heat up the hot stove and talk free agent signings on This Month in Wiffleball. Promotional consideration was paid for by Liberty's American Grill and Sports Bar. Liberty's, the official sports bar of the Palisades WBL. And Excursions, Journey to Health, the official equipment supplier of the Palisades WBL.